Hey guys, what is up, and welcome to round number 6. The Dragon Ball Super Card Game National Championship Regional Qualifier, hosted by Pro Play Games here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. Awesome to be back. Awesome to see you guys. Sorry for the delay. Last round, we apologize, but everything has been taken care of as best as possible, and we are going into round number 6, guys. Only a couple more rounds to go. Got 6, 7, and 8, and we have a heck of a match for you guys here today. We have, on the left, Paris Rockwell playing announcer. By the way, I forgot to make a leader portrait for an announcer, so he's not going to have a leader portrait on the top left. That's my bad. And on the right, we have Jared Cool playing android. So we got you guys that androids matchup you were looking for. So we have androids versus announcer. Got you guys some pretty cool decks here. Cannot wait to talk about them. We have Jared going out first with the Gohan. One-drop Gohan, going to take a life. So guys, we'll take you over to the PPG Life Cam and let you guys take a look at it. Pretty cool little feature we have that's still in beta, by the way. Still working on it. Still trying to find ways to make it, to improve it, make it look better for you guys. And we have Jared on the right has just a 3-drop cell in life, so nothing else. That's good to know. That means that we don't have to worry about him not having like too many 7-drops in life, not being able to do the combo. Though he does have a lot of 17s. Oh, actually, a lot of 18s in life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 18s in life. That could be problematic. And on the left, we see Paris having a lot of Chi-Chis in life, and Sensu Beam, but nothing too threatening. But we actually could be in a situation where Jared might not have an 18 to Unit Absorb. All right, back to the game. So guys, if you have any questions at all, let me know at Pro Play Game Live in the chat. And I'll do my best to answer your question as soon as possible. Look at that sparkly World Tournament field card. It looks freaking sick. All right, we have Paris 3 energy now. Let's see what he decides to do with his 2 energy. Playing out the Trunks. Remember, guys, this Trunks allows you to go get the Otaksuki, or if you have it. I think it's in your hand. If it's in your hand, you can play it, which doesn't look like it's in Paris's hand. But if you play it when it comes into play, actually I think it's an active main ability is what it is, and you can play it. You can put it into play. When it comes to play, you can KO something, which is sick. But you have to put him back in your deck to do it, which is pretty cool. We're gonna pull that up to talk to you a little bit about it. Pull it up. Mr. Awkward Situation Trunks, active main once per turn. Choose one Awkward Situation Otosaku in your battle area and place it in the. Oh, that's right. So you have to have it in play first. Okay. In the World Tournaments, choose up to one of your opponents. But I think the Tosaki says that if this Trunks is in play, you can play him for free. Like that's where I messed up at. Permanent: if Awkward Situation Trunks is in play in your battle area, Awkward Situation is not your card in play. This card from your hand without paying its energy cost. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. So if this is his hand, he can play for free and then KO something. Great card, especially against the Cell Chain, right? Especially if you're expecting to get Cell Chain, it's a great. Essentially a good way to deal with the Cell Chain. And so what he can do is he can set this up early. He goes into his opponent's turn 3, and if he plays Cell Chain out and starts to Cell Chain him, he can just essentially play it out of his hand and KO it. So there it is. Looks like he's going to use this to kill the Gohan, I would imagine. Or he might just leave it out there and not use anything for it. But the problem is, if he does do that, Jared could just kill it with his Cell Chain. He can Cell Chain a 5-drop and kill it. So it's going to be really fragile. Also, guys, sorry, I haven't been paying too much attention to chat, but if you guys have any questions, let us know. Oh, thank you, Kelch. I really appreciate it, my man. Dusty's everything okay? Guys, everything is fine, man. There's nothing much we can do about it. What happened, happened. So, we'll take care of it. PPG has been amazing. Just amazing group of guys. They've really taken care of me, really take care of my family with the situation. So, like I said, it was a Surface Pro. Really sucks. What really bums me out, though, is that we recorded 5 rounds of it. We recorded 5 rounds, so that footage will be lost. So, unfortunately, for the people that were excited to be on the YouTube channel, unfortunately, that won't be possible. So I apologize to them. I'm sorry. I should have done a better job keeping track of it. But let's get into this game and see Paris and Jared's epic battle here. Androids versus Announcer. Announcer, I think, is probably the best leader, a World Tournament leader. Can you go make sure that this card is in the... See how it's like Yeah, can you just make sure it's... I think it's Videl, but I just want to make sure. I think that red card's the Videl counter. It looks like it, but I can't really see a whole lot of it. It might not be. It might be Goku. I don't know. But it's definitely somebody with black hair, which is essentially everybody in the... Yeah, Videl counter. Okay. Okay, there's a 3-drop cell. Okay, evolving. And we know that he's not going to brick here. His pieces aren't in life, so that means they're in deck. And he's going to kill Trunks. Yeah, like John said, he said that that's how you should play Cell Chain very quickly, very efficiently. Remember, you guys do get a minute though to look through your deck, 60 seconds. So it's okay to take a little bit of time, but like John said, don't sit there, go through your deck for 3 or 4 minutes. That can be considered slow playing. So keep that in mind. Play it fast and efficiently, like Jared did. Get your information, get it concise, be respectful to your opponent, and Jared absolutely did that. Good eye by John to point that out. Okay. Now, I didn't see what card he put under there. I didn't see if it was an 18 or a 17. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, so it is. I forgot. Either way, it has to be a 17. I'm sorry, it has to be 18 either way. I thought if it was a 17, you can go get a 5-drop, but it's not like that. It has to be 18. You can choose a 5-drop. So he's going to 5-drop again. I like that play. I was actually expecting him to get the ultimate box cell from that, actually, and draw 2 cards. Paris with another negate. And there's another 18. Man, he had so many 18s of life. I'm surprised he's getting some of these cards, and there is the 7-drop. Discarding Paris' hand down to 3. So 5 is 6 still. I actually love watching this announcer deck play. It has so many cool plays. It does a lot of stuff. I just love these theme decks with the new sets. I think they're so much fun. There's Tawa, so that's what he's going to do. Now, this gives his leader plus 5k and makes his opponent discard a card. So that's another card. So that means Paris will be down to 2 cards in hand. I think Tawa is better than Mira just because it buffs your leader. Though, since Jared has already attacked with his leader this turn, obviously Mira would be the same thing in this situation. But I think it's worth, if you haven't already in your Androids player, replacing those Miras with Tawa. I think that she is better by a small margin, right? But it's still better, right? Like giving your leader 5k it can be huge in certain situations. So, because essentially you can still combo with her too, right? So you can go from 10k to 15k, and then combo with her, go to 20k, or 15 to 20 to 25. So it really gives the Android leaders a lot of reach. And look at the last cards in announcer's hand. The Vegeta, the Ultimate Showdown Vegeta, and Showdown Goku. Coming down. Both of these cards have triple strike, which is absolutely terrifying. They're insane cards. We'll see if John can pull them up. He'll have to go searching for them, so we don't want to spend too much time on it. But they do buff each other, and they also have triple strike. They're new cards, so I like to talk about them a little bit. But all right, so here, Paris is coming in on Cell, actually. I think it's 35k. I don't have a lot of practice with these 2 cards, but pretty sure it's 35k and a 30 here. See if Jared decides to pitch something to keep this alive. He might let it die and just use it as overroam fodder. We'll see what happens, though. Yeah, Jared's going to let it die. It's important. He has turned on another Tawa in hand. Paris only being at 1 card in hand means he actually could maybe get criticaled out of the game. We see that he runs a lot of critical 17s and 18s. So if no cards in hand, you have nothing to protect you from that onslaught of critical attackers. Unlikely, but it's something that could happen. Something that Paris needs to be conscious of. right, so first up we have Supreme Showdown Son Goku. Triple Strike, permanent. If Supreme Showdown Vegeta is in play in your battle area, this card gains plus 10,000 power. When your battle cards are placed in the drop area with Supreme Showdown Vegeta, Supreme Showdown Vegeta's skill, and your leader card is World Tournament, activate this skill. If there are no Supreme Showdown Son Goku in your battle area, you may play this card from your hand. Seems really cool. And then next up is the Vegeta. Very powerful card. These Vegeta and Goku cards, so cool. Triple Strike, permanent. If Supreme Showdown Son Goku is in play, your battle area, this card gains plus 10,000 power. So this is why both these cards are 35Ks. This is when you play this card. If your leader card is World Tournament, you may choose one of your battle cards other than this card and place it in your drop area. If you do so, your opponent cannot activate Blocker for the duration of your turn. So very scary combination of cards there. You know, you can kill a card that you don't really care too much about, and then get your Goku for free. They can't block. And now you have two 35K triple strikers that your opponent can't block. And honestly, Androids is pretty notorious for not running very many negates. They run a lot of blockers, but they don't run that many negates. They run Krillins. They run the 17 blockers. Does this guy have to kill a rest mode character? I'm pretty sure he has to kill a rest mode character. I don't know for sure. I might be wrong. It's very. But John's gonna go check out for me. I don't have the card in front of me, obviously. But John's gonna go check it out, make sure. Anything? Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I thought it was rest mode for some reason. Oh, is it the lower cost one? Okay, yeah. Okay. All right, just want to check, make sure we got it right, guys. I don't want to go into it being incorrect. All right, your announcer comes out. Now, what's so cool about this deck, by the way, guys, as long as you have two cards in play, not this announcer, but the counter announcer can draw you two cards, which is a fantastic way to get back from the cell chain. So, Paris, digging through his deck, looking for, a World Tournament card. We'll see what he chooses. But if he can dig into the other announcer card, it can really get him back into the game. Not that I think he's that far out of the game, to be honest. Playing another one. Look at the, I believe, top 7 here. Which in a deck with all World Tournaments, or martial art tournaments cards, is literally look at the top 7 and pick the best card for this situation, which is super strong. Choosing another one. And another one. That's the third announcer in a row. Can he get all 4? We will see. Guys, remember, you had any questions at all, let us know in the chat at ProPlayGameLive.com or at ProPlayGameLives. We'll do our best to... Okay, I don't see any questions, guys. So remember, always let us know. We're more than happy to answer questions as soon as possible. We know this is a new deck. Announcer is a new deck that came out not too long ago. So if you have any questions about it, let us know. Or if you find out something I say wrong or comment incorrectly, let me know. All right, guys. 4 to 5. Double strike coming out here, trying to knock Paris to 2. This is 20K. Remember, he doesn't get the 5K boost because he's not at 4 life. Paris getting knocked to 2. 2 Chi-Chis left in his life. Played a Uben Energy. Playing down another Vegeta, which means, again, they get 10,000 power each. So back up to 35K. Remember, Actually, how's that worded? Can you pull up Vegeta again? I want to see how that's worded. If it says choose all blockers. No, it says your opponent can't activate blocker. So even though this 17 has a barrier, it doesn't matter. He still can't block. 35K coming in, triple strike. Trying to knock Jared to 2 here. Senzu Bean, but you used Senzu Bean on the other one though. So he didn't use Senzu Bean on Goku, he used it on Vegeta, making that attack stronger. Gonna play an announcer, see if he can get the 4th one, boys. Can he do it? He did! He got the 4th one, guys. All right, all 4 of them. Back to back to back. Let's see what he decides to use that for. Okay, attacking it again here for 35K. It looks like Jared might have the counter. Speedy surprise attack. Gets to discard an android. Maybe it's just a green card, actually. And if he does, his leader has to be android. And if he does, he can KO. I'm sorry, his opponent has to sacrifice or KO a card. And he's going to choose the Videl. I think that's an okay choice. I don't know the relevance of keeping, if it's better to keep Videl or announcer there. I think they're both essentially the same. Okay, attack with leader going to 20K on the leader attack here. Remember, he can also use announcer's ability to give 2 cards plus 5K. Here's the pan. See if he decides to take a life here. This would seem a little ambitious here. Uses Chi-Chi's combo. It's a super combo. All right, here he goes. It's a whole bunch. 15, 25, 40, 50, 60, 70? Is it 70? All right, so 15, 25 has to discard a card. Going to choose to discard the World Martial Arts stage. One to one here, guys. Yep, he took the light from the pan. This is 15, 25, 35, 40, 50. Yep, looks like he got there. Literally just got there. But here's the cool thing. The pan goes back in hand. So you can actually use that pan to combo out of the android attack, maybe. All right, 15K in the leader here. 15K into 15K. So there's 2. That's impossible to beat. Okay. Well, I'll tell you, very close game. Very, very close game. I think the announcer, Paris, should not have went all in there. You have access to 2. Oh. Sorry. Yeah, so anyway, I don't think Paris should have went all in there. You have access to 2 huge threats. You have 2 35K attackers, and you have enough stuff in your hand to survive until the next turn. I don't think there's any way that the androids player could have fought through that. So you just sit back. I think you protect yourself that turn, and then next turn, you just go in again with your Gokus and your Goku and Vegeta. I think maybe Paris got a little overzealous, but he lost by, I think 5K, maybe 10K. Very little amount of power. So, obviously if he would have won, I would have said it was the best play in the world. So I guess you can't be too critical, but I think that might have been just a little bit of a misstep. Obviously, it's the hardest thing to master in Dragon Ball, right? Like, when do you go all in? When do you not? And I think maybe Paris just pulled the trigger a little too soon, which is unfortunate. but it happens. So let's go back to the chat here, guys. Take some questions for you guys while we're waiting for the players to get everything set up. Buddha88, what's the records? Not sure. John, can you ask what the records are for me? Yeah, thank you, sir. John's going to go ask for you guys. Again, guys, John's awesome. At Pro Play Game, announcer actually had game there. Sat Goku to trigger Vegeta. Oh, did he have another Goku in hand? I didn't see it. I didn't. Huh? They're both 3-1. So they're both 3-1-1, guys, is the records. So not bad. Both players definitely have a shot to do well. Oh, did he have another one? Cool. Yeah, I didn't see it. Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. My hair's kind of messed up. It's like kind of, like I said, my goal was I was going to grow it out for Locks of Love. But April told me that if I you have to give them like 3 inches of hair before they accept it, and I was like, holy crap! There's no way I can let it grow out that long. It's actually impossible. What's the most common deck there or leader? I would say either Pan or Hirudegan. I'd say it's really close. What we'll do though is we'll have I think the top 32 decks up on the website, and what I usually do is I'll go through and I'll make a chart of like, here's the top 32 breakdown or whatever. So I'll try to do that again, and that way we can kind of see. But I would say it's pretty close between Pan and Hirudegan. Do you have any guesses as to if they'll continue to support these keyword specific? Yeah, they will. They did that with other stuff. Like they have printed like universe cards, right? Outside of Tournament Power. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, they've done it before, so I think they'll keep doing it. I think it's great. I think it's a really cool way to balance the cards, right? So you can take like a weak Goku card that might not ever see play, but you can add, a cool effect to it and make it World Tournament, World Martial Arts Tournament or whatever, and now all of a sudden announcer decks and, Jackie Chun decks and stuff get access to this card, Hercule decks and stuff. And that's really cool. It's a really cool balancing thing, and it's really neat that they have the ability to do that. I love the idea of adding that extra little keyword in there that can really change how powerful a card is. What's at table 1? Androids versus Hirudegan. We were gonna get that match, but we've had like 3 Hirudegans I think on stream. I didn't want to like have another one for you guys. So I know you guys really wanted to see androids, so we wanted to, I found a different android that had a more unique matchup for you guys. All right, let's take a look at the life cam while they're getting set up here. Yes, I do. I think SS3 will still be played. Absolutely. Yes, announcer lost. Yep, we were back into the life cam here, guys. So we have on the right there a lot of super combos and Jared's life in a 5-drop cell, but again, nothing too noticeable there. I don't think it's going to make anything happen. On the left, Paris with essentially Chi-Chi, so that's one super combo of his own. 2 different announcers. So he has one of the counter ones and one of the search. And Mafuba, which is a really good way to deal with the 7-drop cell. The reason... yeah, absolutely sideboard card. The reason why the Mafuba is so good against the cell chain is because you can kill it, in quotation marks, without giving them the cards to overwhelm, which can save you so many cards in hand. So very smart inclusion from the sideboard. Upside down cards, yeah, when they put their cards, he must have just accidentally put it in there wrong. Jared with Analyza. Interesting. It is an Android, right? It does have the Android type, right? Yeah. Analyza. I'm not sure how I agree about it. I don't know if I like the Android. I don't know if I like Analyza, or I think the Big Mama 18 is just better, right? She's the 5-drop 25k double striker that makes your opponent discard a card, but she costs 4 with androids. So I'm not sure which one's better. I would really like to maybe play test and see which one I think is better. Works better, but. Yeah. I think that's probably a sideboard card. I don't know though. That's one thing we need to try to maybe improve on is maybe get these players' lists. But it's hard though, not knowing because we don't know really what we're going to get until like the last second. So. Okay, we'll try to get a pan deck then for the next one. that's what you guys want to see, we'll try to get a pan. Maybe Pan will play against an interesting matchup. And we can get it on stream for you guys.
We have one more spot available for the next on-demand draft.
Looks like you actually click on the scrolling text. All right, so Paris resolving his announcer effects here. Gets a look at the top cards of his deck and get a World Tournament card. Yeah, I would say Spaz. Yeah, there are Soul Strikers here. My guess is that it's like probably the third most popular deck. You think?
Well, you're going to have Rudigon, Pan, Android 17.
That's true, Androids. Yeah.
And then you're getting to like your Soul Striker.
Oh, you think Soul Strikers below announcer? You think there's more announcers than Soul Strikers? Huh.
And I haven't really seen anything rogue up top out of what the 5 we just mentioned.
Yeah. I think there's I think there's like the green Goku from World Tournament that like you can use like feet Kamehameha and stuff. I think there's one of them up there, like maybe table 4 or 5.
Okay.
But he was also playing against a Hirudegarn deck, so I try not to get him in there. Again, I don't think Hirudegarn's the best deck, by the way, guys. I think it's just the most familiar one. And I think whenever you're coming to a big tournament like this, you want to play the deck that you're the most familiar with. And the only thing that changed with Hirudegarn is that it went from 4 flutes to 1. And that is a big change for the deck. It definitely lowers the power level of the deck. But I think it also makes it, it's still familiar to play.
Right. I mean, a deck has to fit your play style.
Right.
I can give you the best deck in the world, but if it doesn't fit how you play, it's not going to work.
Absolutely. Here comes a 1-drop Pan. And another announcer. Paris having quite a few cards in play here. None of them are that exciting.
Last call for Andrew Juno. Last call for Andrew Juno. Your draft is firing.
There's the Goku, little green Goku. I'll tell you what would be good right now is the 4-drop Beerus that goes for 1-drops. Takes all the 1-drops, make you put them top of your deck or whatever. That guy would be pretty good right now for old Jared. I'd say it's probably unlikely that the Android player is running a blue Beerus card in his deck, but we'll never know, man.
It's interesting you played the plan, but never swung with it.
Yep. Jared taking some time here trying to figure out what energy he wants to play down here. Going to choose Speedy Surprise Attack. Interesting, that card seems really good. The thing about an announcer is it definitely ramps up to playing a couple key big cards to try to win the game with, and having Speedy Surprise Attack as backup is usually a pretty good catch-all here. Okay, here's Cell, 3-drop Cell. And he's going to go ahead and evolve.
We need one more player for the next on-demand draft. For those of you that aren't familiar, we are giving out 2 tournament packs, 1 championship pack, and 2 event packs. In addition to the 6 packs you will be receiving for the draft. Quite the value, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to take this last draft spot?
All right, Jared's stacking 5. Ice 5 drop 20K into leader, and Paris is going to negate it with Vidal. And there comes the 7 drop. Now, Paris does not have open Mafuba energy here, so... I'll tell you, Paris gets these announcers. I'll tell you that right now. This is the second time we've seen him play all 4, and almost literally just one after another, after another, after another. In perfect sequence, these announcers are coming down. In fact, I don't think we've seen the negate announcer. I don't think we've seen it in his life. It's not in his life. I don't think I've seen it in his hand. I don't think he played it last turn. Android's still at 8 life. Pretty crazy. All right, Paris finally decided to pass, leaving 4 energy up. My guess that means he doesn't have a negate for this cell, so he's just trying to keep as much energy open as he can, maybe to try to survive the attack, though. We'll see what happens.
He got 30K in combo just on the field.
Right. All right, Jared. Sweet with his Android leader. Now coming in with Cell. And there's the Mafuba, boys. Okay, good counter to Cell. I really enjoy it. Again, killing Cell can oftentimes lead to just you being blown out by Toa or some other overwhelm cards. So using Mafuba on it allows you to deal with it without actually giving your opponent any advantage at all. All right, Paris making his move here. All right, Uba's coming in on Jared's leader here. See how he decides to respond. Test of Strength Oob here, 15,000 critical. When you play this card, If Test of Strength Goku is in play in your battle area, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards with 20,000 or less power and place them at the bottom of their deck. Pretty powerful effect, as it turns out. There's an objection coming down from Paris. Yep, there's the counter announcer. Again, such a powerful card, both defensively for Paris and as a utility card as well. Remember, he can play this on his turn, as long as he has 2 or more cards out, which I feel like he has that that covered. He gets to draw 2 cards. Yep. Ooh, attacking in for 15,000 critical here. John going over there and dealing with a little bit of board state here, making it a little bit easier for us to see what cards he's playing and where they're at. Sorry, guys, I'm starting to get a little hoarse. Welchie says, how's the champ Hercule doing today? Not too bad, actually. Not too bad. There's Speedy Surprise. Coming in on the trunks, which is pretty huge. That means he can't remove the 7-drop, which is very unfortunate for Paris. Paris trying to get a little bit of mileage out of his Tasaki before it is put back into his deck. And unfortunately, he gets punished for it. Okay, Jared taking his time here, trying to figure out what energy he wants to play. Jared being very cautious. Not to play the wrong card as energy. It's also important to remember that Paris actually has 40k energy worth of cards in play right now. So he has the defense. He doesn't have to take any damage he doesn't want to here. Well, and then comes down Mass Saiyan. And here's the thing about Mass Saiyan. Sometimes he kills 1 thing or 2 things. That's really annoying. But sometimes he comes out and kills 5 things. And that's very rare. And I'm sure is not what Paris wanted to see. If I had to guess. right, Jared's getting ready to attack it here with Mass Saiyan, 20,000 double strike into announcer here. Remember, announcer still unawakened. Going to use Videl to counter here. Going to attack into Otsaki for 30,000, killing that almost immediately. See what Paris decides to play out here. He's going to play out the Vegeta. Remember, he can kill something, so it's like he's going to kill a Videl to play that Goku for free. The announcer counter coming? Actually, I think he might just play it out to draw 2, maybe. Yeah, let's take a look at the life cam, guys. Take a real quick look at the life cam here while Paris is trying to decide which leader which guy he wants to attack into. Remember, these are 35K. Look at the life cam here. Paris has Otsaki, Oob, Chi-Chi, and a Goku. And Jared has 2 super combos, a Krillin blocker, a Gohan, and a full power energy. Jared needs to get some of those super combos. He might fall a little far behind. So I'm gonna play the field card down and just pass. I like that play. I don't think it's a bad thing to attack your opponent. Maybe you knock him to 2, which makes him weak to double strike. Maybe not though. Maybe keeping the Goku back is fine, because next turn you can buff them up both up quite a bit. All right, 5 drop. He's going to kill the Goku with that 5 drop. Jared decided to attack the leader here for 10,000. Again, remember, guys, the announcer does draw a card every time, once per turn. That's your opponent's turn and your turn. Every time a World Tournament card is played, a battle card. That's why you see Paris being very adamant about staying on his unawakened side. Once he awakens, he doesn't get that ability anymore. The ability isn't there. So in theory, his front side's actually a little bit better than his backside. His backside's very good at closing the game out, but you only get 1 shot at it. And so you really want to stay on your front side as long as possible until you're ready to close the game out, awaken, and start taking advantage of it. Looks like Jared is going to go back up the chain, see what he decides to do here. Maybe into another 5 drop. He's taking a little bit of time to look through his deck here. My guess is he's maybe trying to dig for that other 5-drop. Which he should have one left, and it should be in the deck. It's not in his life. There's the 5-drop. Probably see this Vegeta get taken out here, which we do. I like this play by Jared. He has to find a way to control the board because Paris can buff that Vegeta and Goku up to real, like, ridiculous levels. Up to 35, 40, 45 with the leader ability. 45k triple strike dealing with 2 of those can be pretty problematic. All right, Jared's attacking 20k double strike to announcer leader. Trying to get him down to 2 here from 4 to 2. See if the attack is successful. Looks like he's going up to the 3-drop now. Or 7-drop, my bad. And there it is. All right, looks like Paris gets another turn. This could be extremely scary for Jared. Announcer gets to untap 2 energy. He gets to use his field card, and he gets to use the announcer ability if he wants to. There's the Oob. I mean, there's a Goku, which gets to play the Oob. So these are both 20k right now. Hello, Jared. All right, so he's using his field card to buff those attacks, and he's attacking it here. Not going to use the announcer ability still. There's Speedy Surprise attack. He's going to kill the buffed up Oob. Speedy Surprise attack, such a good card, guys. All right, there's the Awaken. Untap 2. Still a lot of choices to be made here. Choose to attack into Cell. Pretty interesting here. Taking off? Huh? Keep. Hey guys, we're back. Sorry about that. Mr. Jimmy the Dragon stopped by and said hello. If you guys don't know, his daughter is actually was diagnosed with cancer about 2 months ago, and she's I think he was saying is in like maintenance mode now, where she's just has to go like once a month for checkups and stuff. So it's very awesome. Always great to see. The community was awesome, supported him a lot. So it's really good to see that stuff happen. Jimmy's such a good dude. All right, Adelot's coming in. Another Vidal. I'm pretty sure Paris runs like 15 cards at counter for some reason. It seems like he always has a counter card. All right, game. Jared taking game 2. A quick and decisive round 6 from Androids.